Okay, welcome back. We're in Portree, and we didn't like the harbour. It was a bit choppy, so we finished up in a field, and we're going to go off down the coast for the next part of our journey, which is nearly over actually. There's not a great deal left, so we're going to fly over the harbour, raising the wheels. There's the harbour. This is Portree. Looks like they got a lifeboat, doesn't it? Got a shed on the end. Right, so we'll continue our tour of the coastline of the Isle of Skye by going up this estuary. So many of these estuaries. I mean, you come in by car, you've got to go around every single one of them. So it takes you ages to get anywhere. But it does give you a good idea of the lay of the land and the sea, for sure. So there's Portree. It's the biggest town. I wouldn't say it was the capital. It doesn't really have a capital, but it's definitely the biggest town. On the island. Over speed. Yes, these are the islands off to our left now, that we'll look at later once we've completed the tour of the coastline. We'll be coming back to Broadford soon, which is the airport we started at, but that's not the end of it, because we've got to go all the way around to the lighthouse and then backtrack from the lighthouse back to Broadford. So we will have been round the whole island, and I did say it was enormous. If I was following this video, I'd definitely have a map of the island and have my finger on the map and be like going around, getting position fixes on the map. It's all basic navigation training, you know, it's really good. Following a flight, a low-level flight, and trying to navigate with a map out. I used to do it a lot, especially on the pipeline patrols, because you have to follow the pipeline and be looking for things, so you got to know where you are. And it can be quite tricky at times. I can tell you. Right, what's this? Let's get a bit of altitude here. We've got like a little bit of a spur there. No, it's nothing. You know, in the old days, they used to put castles in strategic positions and have guns on them and things, and they moved on to even bigger guns. And today they've got missiles that they just fire from over 100 miles away that just come whizzing in and destroy these things. So they're just, it's just pointless, isn't it, these days? Pointless. So the money runs out. And then it'll be back to guns again, mounted and bows and arrows and things. What happens when the oil runs out? Because you know it's gonna. They'll keep finding more, but it'll get more and more and more expensive. And they'll say, damn, we shouldn't have squandered it in such an abundance to get rich all those years ago. Well, you know, the urge to get rich quick, it's always there, especially with the Arabs, you know. Oh, we're going to be rich. One day you've got a tent and a camel in the desert, next minute you're rich, richer than your wildest dreams. So of course they're going to sell it, dig it up, pump it out, sell it to everybody and his wife. Right. There we are, there we are, there we are, there we are. Coming round, keep coming round. There we go. Now I would imagine the running costs of this helicopter would be at least minimum £1,000 an hour, and that's just a guess, okay? Because I don't know for sure. We haven't broken it yet, that's a major plus. Graham didn't break it, not so far. But, keep it zipped until you're finished, if I were you. Yes, of course. Bit of a quarry here, I guess that's where they get the stone to build the houses. Handy living near a quarry. Don't want to be carrying stone very far. You have a look at a lot of these old castles, you think, where's all the stone gone? All the walls are missing, and you look around and you see all these stone houses and people smiling and waving. And you think, ah. I see. Hundreds of years later. And back in the old days, there was no such thing as conservation, was there? You just dismantled the ruin and took the stone and built whatever you wanted out of it. So Stone's probably been used over and over and over again. I mean, if you demolish a house that's made of stone, you don't put all the stone in a tip. It doesn't go in a landfill. Someone will buy the stone and they'll rebuild something else with it. So the stone could be going around for years. How's our fuel? Down to about half by the looks of things. So it's cost us a fortune in fuel, look, just flying around the island. It's not cheap, you know. This thing's got 2 engines, so it gobbles twice as much fuel. Like I say, helicopters are not for going long distances, they're for doing short hops in and out of difficult places, really, where there's no airports and airfields. There's nothing else can do the job of a helicopter as well, really. And I really would like to get a decent download of the Merlin helicopter. I'm looking forward to buying that when it comes out. These islands are so close, so we're definitely going to go check them out, and then we're going to go up the mountain, do some mountain climbing, and we're going to check those out as well. Some nice big peaks up there, and you get some fabulous sunsets up there. So you know, helicopter flights around the mountains at sunset is absolutely awe-inspiring, even in Flight Simulator. Okay, so to do it for real would be amazing, wouldn't it? Not far from Broadford now. Broadford's over there. So we're probably going to conclude this flight at Broadford, but then we've still got the last leg to do, which is down to the bridge over to the Isle of Skye, and then around the peninsula to the lighthouse, and then backtrack to Broadford again, which will be the last leg of the journey. Then we'll have circumnavigated the whole island around the coast. Then we've got to look at other islands and, like I say, climb mountains and visit, go cross country and do things and get in and out of, look for places, because there's things on the map, in Google Maps, places to visit. I mean, they may or may not be depicted in Orbeck scenery, so I don't know. We're just making it up as we're going along. But it's interesting anyway. I mean, this is shitty weather now. Look, the rain's coming down. And I need a cup of tea. I keep turning the volume off my headphones. Another little town here. I like going exploring by helicopter, it's fantastic. Best way to get around. Best off-roader I've ever had. In fact, this is my favourite helicopter. Well, it used to be the Gazelle. This is definitely my favourite helicopter at the moment. Okay, we got Broadford just up ahead, so the flight will conclude there for the second to last leg of our circumnavigation. Time 1:30, come to 1:30. So should have enough daylight to conclude the last bit if the weather holds out. I don't know if it will or not. I guess we'll find out, won't we? May as well fill up the fuel while we're here. And wind to wind. That's the control tower, that shed there, that porter cabin. So we'll park between the porter cabin and the bins, shall we? There we go. Wonderful. Brakes on. Thanks for watching. Back at Broadford on the Isle of Skye.